Hi, seventh grade. Happy Monday. So good to see your little faces or hear your little voices or anything that you decide to share with me via chat or comments or whatever the case may be. I'm so glad you're here. Today we are going to talk about 7.7b, which is analyze how characters' qualities influence events in a resolution of the conflict, and 7.8 DIII, which is analyze the characteristics and structural elements of informational text, including organizational patterns that support multiple topics, if we can get to it. Well, actually, no, I'm taking this one out. We will not get to it because you guys have a test today. What? Miss G, you didn't tell me. Um, so here's our academic vocabulary, but this is something that we've been working on. So it's just going to be mostly some tools to help you and then your test. So our agenda today. All right. I did go ahead and link, of course, the daily attendance check-in. Even if you're not able to do your Zoom classes, guys, I need you to check in with this daily attendance. There's also that question that I asked you down at the bottom that I think is really, really important, which is how do you feel? And sometimes I will look at that and I see some things. Sometimes when people are struggling a little bit, and so I'll reach out to them, but I think it's very important that during this time, I check in with you and see how you feel. So please respond. The second thing we're doing is snap and read, and I'm going to add on here and co-writer. Oh, a little slow. We're going to review Thank You Ma'am by completing the SWBST chart. And then you're going to test over Thank You Ma'am. Then there is an exit ticket. When I finish this video, I'm going to come here and I'm going to highlight the words video link. And that's where the hyperlink to this video will be if you need to either hear it again or if you were not able to attend my session. These accommodations are mostly for me, but it is like the extra help that I'm giving you so you can kind of see what I'm doing for you and what works and what doesn't work. And if you have suggestions of other things that would help you, let me know and we'll see if it can or cannot be done. Let's do Snap and Read and Co-Writer first, if it will switch. Here are videos to Snap and Read and Co-Write. Oh, look, it said it's going to take just a minute. So let me see if I can fill this time in with some information. Okay, I already actually have the document pulled up. So if you click on that very first hyperlink, there is a document that will actually have videos. If you learn better by videos, a lot of people do, of how to download Snap and Read, how to sign into Snap and Read, a little bit about Snap and Read, and then here's the sign in for co-writer and the overview for co-writer. So that's what we're going to go over right now. I'm going to show you. This can be used in any class, on PDFs, on Google Slides, on pretty much anything. Oh, it looks like it just took my stuff away, didn't it? Is it this one? Yep. Okay. Well, maybe it'll come back online soon. Um, this is a quick way, like if you already know kind of what you're doing. Let me click out of this and maybe it'll help things along. I don't know. What else can I do? It's not gonna let me do stuff. Um, But Snap and Read is an extension, a Google extension, yay, that will help you with reading. And then, of course, Co-Writer will help you with writing. So these videos just show you how to download it. But I already have it downloaded. I went to Google Chrome and typed in the Google search, which is what it says to do here, Snap and Read extension. And it is all written together like that. And then you add the extension and then click on the little icon, which is up here. It looks like a target. And in Co-Writer looks like a thought bubble. And then you will be able to use Snap and Read with reading and you'll be able to use co-writer with writing. So just to show you a little bit about it, I have a Newsela article pulled up. It will just start from the beginning, and it will, what's that? There's recording a tab in the background. What's that mean? It will start reading from like kids, all of this. But if I want to start reading here, I can actually go ahead and highlight that. Um, this is your speech button, so that's how you can get it to read to you. This is a screenshot of for the reader. This one will simplify your vocabulary. So if I click on that, it changed it right here. Do you see how that looks different? So health, it said health officials. So health officials are people that are in charge of something, health officials. And then I can revert that back. And then you can translate it into Spanish. I did have to turn all these settings on. I probably should show you that as well. I can click the translate, I can highlight the text I want to translate, and now you can see it's in Spanish. And then I can take that off, and it will turn back to English. And then this is a color overlay. Your settings, once you get it downloaded and everything, your settings, you do have to have it turned on. It can show outlines. You can have distractions removed, so it might remove, like if you're distracted a lot by pictures and stuff, if they're not helpful for you, you can remove those distractions. I can click on it, and it took away like everything to where it's just strictly the article, right? And then if you want it back, go back to your settings and show original. You can open the PDF from a specific place. Here are some options. This is what I wanted to show you. Click on options, and it'll say like when you highlight something, your text color will be this color, and your highlight background will be this. And for me, this is okay. It also has templates if you just want to pick one of these that works for you, and you can always change it if you go back into the settings. So I have the volume up all the way. I can actually change the voice. This is Zira or Zyra, I guess, which is a female voice. And then David would be a male voice. And those are your English speaking voices. Those are the only two options. I'm going to switch it to David just because I already did the other one.
I'm having trouble hearing you.
Oh, calm down, Siri. Siri's talking to me too. You can have him, more quiet. I'm going to pick up the speed a little bit. I'm not really hearing what that even does. I'll have it all the way up. I do want your thanks. Okay. Gracias. Okay, so I do want the simplified words turned on, and then I want your simplify all the way up. And that's going to take bigger words and maybe define them for you or help you out with the reading there. You can have the reading level on. It's not going to affect anything. The screenshot reader, you probably want that turned on. Load PDFs and snap and read. Yes, turn that on. A dictionary, you can double click for a definition. Turn that on. If you need Spanish translation or if you prefer it, you can turn that on as well. Translate voice, you can use Sophia or Enrique. What? And then there's also Laura, but these say ESUS and ESLA. I don't know what the difference would be. I'll change to Sophia ESUS. And then here's my overlay, and then this is like a what do you call it, a bookmarker. So after you adjust all of your settings, you can click out of that. I'm going to go back to snap and read. You can see this is my snap and read toolbox. if I do click this, it will show you. These are just when I went through training a while back, these are notes that I had taken. You can actually click and drag some notes over here to help you out as well. You can sort them. You can put them in folders. So I can actually date this one or name it the Halloween article or whatever, and I can have a folder. I could have it like one folder for each day, like you have in Google Classroom, like when I assign your assignments. But I'm just going to show you how this will read. So you can highlight the text if you're not wanting to read or if you're struggling with reading. You can make annotations here as well. Um, and then I can too, and I can actually share it, but I think that's a New Zealand thing. So I'm going to let, I think his name's David, read to us and show you how this works. And then to have it just stop reading, you just click it again. And again, if you need Spanish translation, I can translate it into Spanish. I can highlight this paragraph here and have it read. And then again, to stop it, you just do that. To turn it back into English, click that little translate button again. It was highlighted blue, and now it's just going to be white. And then again, to simplify the vocabulary, you just click simplify vocabulary. It will choose some words, kind of like Star Test does, and define them for you. So I already showed you it changed official, and I can, um, what happened? If I hover over it, you see the question mark. Where'd it go? It's not there anymore. It changes it back. Okay. I'm clicking on it. It changes it back. I guess I just wasn't waiting. And that can you can do that with any of those words. That's why I wanted that simplify word turned on. So I'm now going to turn it off. You can see it's highlighted blue, and now I'm going to click it again. It'll go back white. And then if you need to make some screenshots, you can do that, and that's what you can kind of click and drag over there. And then for your co-writer, I'm not going to go a lot into today, but you would also turn that on. I have it turned it off. I have it turned off right now. I don't think I did the options for this one. Let me go through the options. These are, I guess, specific articles is what it looks like. I don't, oh, topics. Hmm. I'm not sure. I guess that would have to do with the vocabulary that's used. But we do have prediction language, so it's going to predict. You can take it off at English to Spanish. You can have it predict all words, core words, or no words at all. Predict from page, I have that turned on. Predict ahead turned on. Flexible spelling turned on. So if I misspell a word, it's going to give me suggestions on how to spell it. You can translate it from Spanish to or English to Spanish. I have my translation off because I do not know Spanish that well. Number of guesses, 5. So if I misspell a word, it's going to give me 5 options on how to spell it correctly. This is the font size. You can actually change the font as well to a font that's better for you. By the way, if you are dyslexic, this font will help you out with reading the letters correctly. My text color is black. My background is white. You can, of course, change that. I can make it beautiful pink if I want. Prediction voice, I have David. You can have Zira or Zyra, whatever her name is. And this is speak after speech to text. That means when you talk into the microphone, it will type it for you and then it will say it to you. It will speak letters. I'm gonna actually turn that off. I don't need it to speak the letters for me. It'll speak words and it'll speak sentences. So whatever settings work best for you, and you can always go back and adjust them as well. And that will help you with your spelling, with your writing. You can talk your essays into a microphone, and it will type it for you, and then you can go make your editing and revision adjustments at that time. But that's how you use Snap and Read. Again, um, there's videos attached to that Google Docs, and they are linked right here. So for thank you, ma'am, you were doing a SWBST summary chart, and I said, remember, we use SWBST to summarize fictional stories. Fictional text is not informational, it's not factual, and it's not a true story, although it could be based on a true story or have potential to be a real story. So I need you to click here to get the chart pulled up. This is a chart I've had posted a few times, but we never get to it. Our classes go so quickly, it's crazy. Oh, goodness, I'm so sleepy. So this is a SWBST chart. Now remember on STAR test, you can have a chart, but it will be completely blank. How you use it will be up to you. It might just have the columns with the squares and the rectangles. You might also have it to say SWBST on a paper, but it would be these letters by themselves. You have to know when to use it. You have to know what they stand for. Up here, click and go ahead. Sorry, it's going so slow. Go ahead and type your name and then click here, type your date. And this is going to be over. Thank you, ma'am. I've got it all set up for you. So the first thing is S, which is somebody. So who is the main character? I think that we had two we could list. We had the woman. What's her name? Do you remember? She had a long name, but she made sure that you knew it. Hopefully you said Mrs. Luella States, Washington Jones. Notice that I did capitalize all parts of her name, including the Mrs., that very beginning part, um, because she's a specific person. It's a proper noun. Remember, we talked about proper nouns and common nouns. Proper nouns, we want to make sure and capitalize. So make sure you capitalize all parts of her name. And then I'm going to enter twice just because I like to double space things out. You don't necessarily have to. And what was the boy's name? Starts with an R. Hopefully you said, I've already typed it, I'm waiting. That's cool. Okay, we'll try again. Hopefully you said Roger. Okay. Actually, I think I do want to switch these two out. So I'm going to click this and drag it down here. See how that moved it? Computers make it super easy to edit. Okay. So thinking about Roger, I'm going to the W. The W stands for wanted. So somebody, the main character, wanted what? He wanted what? Originally, not what he wanted at the end. Well, hold on. How do I want this to go? Yeah. What did he want? We found out later what he wanted. He wanted some, oops, right? He wanted some blue suede shoes. But what happened? Okay, hopefully you said um, something about like I don't know what you want to call it. He didn't get the purse as he planned. He was, oh, I forgot to put but there. But he did not, no, he was not able to get Mrs. Jones's purse as he had planned. And if you have something a little different, that's okay. We're just summarizing. We're just answering these questions. This is the good thing about summarization is you have a little freedom and flexibility, but what you come up with as a summary should be something that's alike one of your answer choices like for star tests. Um So, how did he try to solve the problem, or how did Mrs. Jones try to solve the problem? I'm going to say so. Oh, I need to put so. Mrs. Jones, oops, why can't I spell? Actually took Roger home so he could get, did I spell that right? I can't see. Yeah. Clean and eat. She also taught him a lesson. And then how was it finally solved? Now the problem was he wanted those blue suede shoes. How was that problem solved? Did he get them? Did he not get them? Right? Then Mrs. Jones gave Roger, I think it was $10 because back then things were cheaper, to buy the shoes. She closed the door and he never saw her again. And then what you would do is come down here to the bottom and you're going to just make this into your summary. I'm going to actually take out this one right now. I'll strike it through. Does it have strike through on Google Docs? Maybe not. I'm going to remove it. Okay. So I'm coming down here and I'm just gonna oh, I'm pointing to it like y'all can see. I'm gonna type these. I'm gonna type them down here and make a summary. So Roger wanted some blue suede shoes. He, oh, I put did and was not. He was, come on, was not able to get Mrs. Jones's purse as he had planned. Mrs. Jones actually took Roger home so he could get clean, and eat. She also taught him a lesson. Yeah, that was right. Okay. Then, well, I won't put then. Mrs. Jones ah, gave Roger $10. Oh, I clicked the wrong thing. To buy these shoes. She closed the door and he never saw her again. There's my summary. Wasn't that easy? Somebody wanted, but, so, then. And when you write your summary, you don't need to put these words. You don't have to put those. Those are just to get you thinking what needed to be included in the summary. And if you're thinking of that BME that we're going to be using for informational text, this is kind of BME as well, but it's specific. Like somebody wanted and probably but. Well, somebody wanted is the beginning, but is kind of the middle, and then so and then, or but and so would be the middle, and then would be the end. So I'm going to erase this. We'll take a picture if you need to. Take a picture if you need it. And then I'm going to erase it because I don't want it to stay on there whenever I do teach on Monday. Okay, now it's our little secret. I'm going back to my slides presentation. We just did the summary chart. The next thing that you are actually going to do is take your test. So I put it in a Google form. If you follow the link to the form, it's right here. Of course, you're going to click, I was kind of waiting for it to load completely, but go ahead and click what is your first and last name. Type that in. Today's date. Remember, if you click the little calendar, click the calendar and it pops up today. I'm actually recording this on Saturday, so it'll already be blue. And then the time, and then you can start. Remember, if you have Snap and Read, watch what I can do. There you go, and then it's read to you. That's fantastic. And then down here, you're going to answer, oh, wait, up here, you're choosing two. You need two of them. And then, can I do, I'm going to see something real quick. There we go. Can I do simplified text? I highlighted and I clicked the simplified text. So it did do this word. That was the only word it thought was really difficult, not caring about something because it's silly. And that word was, oh, look, it translated. Okay. I didn't think I had that turned on. And the word is dismissive. So again, if I want to click it, see how that works? Okay. And then generous, mean, rich, and outspoken. So you need two. And then when you get to number 5, why does Roger say only? He only gets to say, "Thank you, ma'am," to Mrs. Jones at the end of the story. What else do you think he wants to say? Oh, I should have changed that. Should I go in and change it? Let me go and change it. You don't have this edit button. That's teacher stuff. So this is bonus for you. Yay. But I should have probably, where's the rest of it? Where's the rest of it? And it won't let me click on it. This is perfect. Come on. I need to edit this. It's like not wanting to function right now. Just want to make some good changes, man. There we go. Oh my. Why does Roger only say thank you, ma'am, to Mrs. Jones at the end of the story? Oh, I just skipped that part. Okay. And what was it? Why does Roger only say thank you, ma'am? Roger only says thank you, ma'am, at the end because, and then put why. And then what else do you think he wanted to say? I think Roger wanted to tell Mrs. Jones, and then it says, use details from the text to support your answer. I think Roger wanted to tell Mrs. Jones this because this, and make sure to watch your capitalization and your punctuation. Actually, should I put cups? Should I upload cups? Can I find it in this video? Is it a waste of your time? I'm not sure. I have it in, do I have it in my browser? I mean, my files, I believe. So let me go to this. Oh, I think I put it here. Maybe. Is it there? No. I bet it's here then. Okay. I'm going to add that in there to remind you when you are writing, when you're typing, we need to be using cups and arms. Okay. Let me see if I can make that a little smaller. I'm going to put it in the center because it bothers me when it's not.